Okay, hey guys. I promised that I would have done a recorded class on writing a letter of complaint for product. Now, in our previous classes, we would have done writing a letter of complaint for service, where where you were complaining about your dissatisfaction with the way in which a customer service representative or a salesperson or someone who's affiliated with an organization or a business would have dealt with you. Now we're looking at how you're going to complain about a product that you received that was not up to your satisfaction. So it could be a faulty product, a product that was damaged in some way, or it could be a product that is expired. So let's look at the letter formats. I'm going to head over to the screen. So let's look at the screen here. I'm hoping that you can all see it. And the first thing that we're going to do is just our regular letter formatting. Now, when you're writing a formal letter, we all know there are two possible ways that you can write this letter. You can write it in semi-block format, or you can write it in a fully block format. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be looking at a fully block format because that's the format that we had decided on in class. Now, when it comes to your punctuation, there are also two types of punctuation that you can use. You can have the open or unpunctuated version, or you can have the punctuated version. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be looking at the unpunctuated or the open punctuation format. There are ways that you can research how to write the others, or I can always supplement this same format with the different letter styles that they are. But like I said, for the purpose of this video, we're looking at block style open punctuation. As with your other formal letters, we begin with our sender's address, which is the address of the person who is sending the complaint. It first starts with your immediate location. So if you had a street name or a village per se, you would precede that information in this line. But because there's no village or there's no house number, we begin with the street. So we have Cane Hall. And Cane Hall is located in Arnoldsville. That's the general district area of Cane Hall. And we follow up with the name of the post office. Now, if you had a post box, this is where the post box number will go, followed by the name of the post office. Now, sometimes it gets a little fuzzy when we're writing our address. You see Kingston, PO Kingston, and you want to know what's all of this about. So for the purpose of this video, I have changed the name of our post office from Kingston Post Office to Milton Cato Memorial Post Office, just for you to see how important it is to name the post office through which your mail comes. Now, if in the event that the post office was not named after the place in which it is located, the name of the post office then is extremely important, as can be seen with Milton Cato Memorial Post Office. There is no way to know where this post office is located. After that, we have the actual location of the post office, which is Kingston. And then we have the country where you will find this town, which is St. Vincent. Now, if you notice, there's no comma at the end of these lines, and that's because it is open punctuation style. If this were punctuated, you'll have your commas along here, and then it will end with a full stop. Please note that by looking at the screen, this will be your left-hand side. Please note that all of your letters are aligned. The first letter of each line is aligned in order. So you can't have them haphazardly placed on the page. We skip a line, and then we move on to our date. If you notice, for the date, there is no TH and there is no comma. Now, the TH will come if you were to put the number first, but that's generally not the best way that you put dates for your letters. We like when you put the month, the number, followed by the year. There is no comma here because, like I said, it's open punctuation or unpunctuated style. Following from there, we skip a line and we move to our receiver's address. Now, in the receiver's address, the first thing we start with, of course, is the person to whom we're addressing our letter. If you don't know the person's name, then you just proceed smartly to the next line. So the post of the person is obviously the manager. He's a manager of maybe the customer services area of human resource, because you know human resource also has hiring and firing and so on. So you deal with the customer service area. The manager is dealing with that, and he is in the human resources department. Let me just put department there so we will know. Now, these full stops that are placed at the end of these words, they are not for punctuation purposes. They're to facilitate the shortening of a longer word. So as you know, department, depth is short for department, full stop. It does not mean that this is a punctuation for the address itself. Belmore Enterprises is the name of the business to whom we're sending our letter of complaint, and I have placed that there, and their general location. In my subject, I'm pretty straightforward what I'm presenting. I am listing I'm listing what is happening with my product. So I purchased the product, what's wrong with it? It's not broken, it's not dented, it's not expired, it is not functioning. So I have non-functioning of Dyson L600M luxury hair dryer purchased on May 3rd, 2020. The person receiving this letter and reading this letter already knows what my matter, already knows what I am writing this letter in relation to. I have stated exactly what is the issue I have with the product. I have listed specifically the model and the number of the product, and I have listed when I purchased the product. So my subject is pretty concise, but yet very detailed. I'm following up with my salutation. So there's sir or madam. Now, because we know that Clyde is a sir, we will simply put dear sir, and we do not punctuate because, like I said previously, this is open punctuated or unpunctuated format. I start with my name, right? I identify myself. Who's writing this letter? I am Carlosa Santana, writing to complain about a faulty Dyson L600M hair dryer, which was purchased on your online site on Friday, May 3rd, 2020, in order to receive a full refund. Now, in my first paragraph, I'm supposed to establish my matter of business. I've already stated my name. I've stated my purpose, which is to complain, and I have stated the product that I purchased and also where I purchased it and what I'm hoping to get out of writing this letter. So in these 2 lines, we have a lot of information, and this is the true test of writing a letter, a formal letter, by keeping it concise, but yet keeping it very detailed. I skipped my line because, like I said, this is a block style. So with the block style, we do not use indentations. For the semi-block style, there'll be indentations. And it looks really good on paper because it differentiates where your paragraphs begin and end. But you can also write in a block style when you're writing on paper. You simply just skip a line. But when you skip a line, you do not indent. So we've skipped the line and we've moved on to this section here. So on May 4, 2020, I received my hairdryer in a brown box delivered to my door, right? So I purchased the dryer on the 3rd and I received it on the 4th. So that's saying when I received the dryer, and I said how it arrived at my home. Now, when you're writing a letter of complaint, when you're complaining about a person or a service, you often start with where you started, where I was when I first met or interacted with the individual with whom I have the issue. And then we follow up chronologically from there. But when we're writing a letter of complaint as it relates to a product, we start with our very first interaction with the product itself. When I purchased it, when I had it in hand. Right? So with the service, you start with where you started interacting with personnel. With the product, we start when I first had the product in hand. So I received the box and it was delivered to my door. Automatically, I'm going to assess the box because I need to know if the product is faulty because there was an issue with shipping and handling. The box was intact. So me providing this information helps the person reading this letter to know that there is not necessarily an issue with the shipping and handling of the product, as the box did not show any wear and tear or any extra manipulation. I proceeded to open the package, which contained the dryer, well wrapped and secured in bubble wrap. Once again, I'm assessing chronologically as I go along the quality of the product as it is being revealed to me. So I got the product, it was well packaged, right? I carefully removed the packaging, then plugged the appliance into a 110 voltage outlet. Once again, I'm being very explicit as to what happened when I had the product by stating the voltage and where I plugged the product is saying that in the event that it could have been an electrical issue, I have eliminated that on my path because I have used the correct voltage outlet. I follow up, the dryer came on, right? The dryer was functioning, it turned on and was blowing air. However, on testing the level settings, I realized that only cold air was coming from the vent. I tried multiple setting options and even consulted the manual to ensure I was applying the correct setting, which confirmed that I was, but the air temperature never changed, right? So the dryer was blowing, but the issue is that the temperature settings on the dryer are not functioning. What did I do after that? On discovering that the product was faulty, I called the customer service hotline, but was left on hold for 30 minutes and the call dropped. I did not attempt to call the line again. Right, so this is saying that when I realized that the product was faulty, I tried using another option. I tried using another forum where I can express my complaints or get some assistance. I didn't receive the assistance, so here I am writing this letter to you. It is my understanding that products can be faulty from time to time, therefore I am seeking a full refund of my purchase. I'm not mixing matters. I'm not apologizing for being dissatisfied with the service, right? I'm stating I don't like the product and I don't like the service and I don't need it. So I am confident in the quality I am confident in the quality it is my understanding that products can be faulty from time to time, therefore I'm seeking a full refund on my purchase. I'm not confident in the quality of the product and so will not be interested in any other option. So you're telling them I'm not interested in receiving a new product. I'm not interested in having any supplemental service to make up for my poor product receipt. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding, and I can be contacted via WhatsApp, and you have listed my WhatsApp contact details, and then I will follow up with yours faithfully, Carlosa Santana, disappointed customer. I want to establish the importance of differentiating between respectfully and respectively. Now, respectfully means that you're doing something in a respectful manner, right? With all due respect. Respectively means in the order in which it was listed, right? So when you say respectively, it means that in the order in which it was listed. Those are two different words, and the one that we use in our complimentary clause is respectfully. Also, I'd like to mention that capital Y for yours. Yours is written with an uppercase Y, but the word after that, whether it be sincerely, respectfully, or truly, is written with a lowercase letter to begin with, right? So that lowercase beginning there, we have faithfully with a common F. And this is how you write a letter of complaint when you are disgruntled or discontented with the product that you purchase. So if you have any questions, ladies, just let me know and see you next class.